Hello, this is not a spring chicken. If you're watching this, you're not saying exactly what you think you're saying because, well, I'm not exactly here today because I'm out, yes, at the range. In fact, we're out at the Hollywood Sporting Clays with Patrick Kilpatrick. But for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Obama threatens to stop any Republican in any way necessary if they get control of the Congress.
Well, I mean, the guy is basically threatening every place that he's going now. I mean, like, this man is basically on something because he said that it will be, if you elected Republicans to either house, it's going to be hand-to-hand combat with me stopping them in their destruction of this nation. I mean, of course, he's the one that basically is fudging on all the Democrats, even though he's fudging on all the unemployment figures. Now, it's actually, they give the benefit of the doubt at Gallup, and it's actually almost 11 points, not 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the Republican Party and its allies are using a clear financial advantage to pursue a rare opportunity this year, but still expect to be routed.
I know. Well, because the polls favorable to Obama, such as Newsweek and MSNBC, said that there is an 11-point gap between the Republicans and the Democrats are leading in almost every congressional district now. Even though the Republicans now have 4 times as much money. Doesn't that show that there is a problem? The Republicans have 4 times as much money as the Democrats to spend on the election. The Republicans, some of the Republicans said there's so much money that they can cover 100 seats in the House now.
Really?
Which means it could be the greatest rout in political history, but it would be a Democratic rout, the Republicans, of course, though.
For the first time, a large majority of the voters want Obamacare repealed.
Oh yeah, they said that there's only 20% of the people of this nation now want it, which means it's the far left and black America is the only ones that want that now. I mean, you're listening to a liberal West Virginia governor who's trying to be senator saying that it was wrong-headed. Rory Reid, the son of Senator Reid, said it was a mistake and needs to be repealed because nothing's going to hurt the people. So it's a done deal no matter what happens because they're going to get rid of it.
White House admits employment not where it should be, but that it is because of Republicans obstructing the spending to get it done.
This is what all day yesterday we're talking about. The reason why things aren't as good as they should be is because Republicans have kept us from spending the money necessary to put public sector workers to work. He never mentions private. It's always we have to get the school teachers to work, the firemen, the police, the SEIU. I mean anybody that he can that works for the government. And SEIU is a government union also, folks.
And the Republicans have still not learned that they are facing Chicago-style politics.
Oh, that's right. I mean, okay, all they had to do yesterday was to see a poll showing that they were 11 points down to the Democrats in every race in the nation, every race.
Oh, really?
All they had to do was to pay attention to the fact that Gallup, which is a legitimate poll, said it's 10.9% unemployment, 18% underemployed, and we're shedding more jobs than we're creating, to know that the Obama administration basically is bending the truth on everything now.
Escaped shaft nears trapped Chilean miners.
Well, yeah, it's there, but I couldn't get up that thing. I mean, I got a 48-inch chest and a 54-inch. I mean, even if I crunched over, I'm still over 50 inches, folks. I could not get into that escape tube to come up, which means I'd still be there when they get it done.
While the Obama experts all say the recession is over, it looks like the middle class is officially pulling back on spending money.
Oh, they said that it's going to be contrary to what the people over at Best Buy and Toys R Us and all those companies that supported Obama are saying. It's going to be a bloody nightmare because they're looking to spend 4 to 5% less than last year for Christmas. It was a disaster last year.
Report, Democrats planted New Jersey Tea Party House candidate.
I know. Basically, they're going to charge the Democratic Party with election fraud. He registered as something. They said, well, you can't do that because you can basically run anybody for any office. But he said they registered him as a member of the Tea Party, and he's not a member of the Tea Party. His commercials are paid for the Democratic Party. His finances are paid by the Democratic Party, and he's a registered Democrat, not a registered member of the Tea Party. That makes it election fraud.
Oh.
Obama got caught.
Oh,
but remember that it is his people that are in charge of the election department, so don't look for anything to be done about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you believe that they're running Democrats as Tea Party candidates?
Well, because they wanted to split the vote off from the Tea Party candidate.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how they're working.
And 10 injured in Knott's roller coaster accident.
Yeah, and they're shutting. I mean, we were going to go to Knott's Berry Farm for a scary Knott thing, but they're shutting down sections of Knott's Berry Farm now.
Oh no!
Yeah, because they're going to reviewing that. Okay, it's theoretically impossible for two roller coasters to hit one another because there's a braking system. The braking system totally failed, and now they're examining. I think as of yesterday, four of their coasters were shut down as they're checking to find what's going on.
How? I still don't understand how they ran into each other because they're usually they're not right next to each other usually.
Computers let the computer did not notify the system that there was a second train coming on the tracks, and basically we're talking wham, they just slammed into one another.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like the White House releasing tax material against those that aren't supporting Obama.
Yeah, they're questioning them. The press is the left-wing press. Did you or did you not release this material because we have it from the Internal Revenue Service that you personally requested this material for the White House? Well, this man didn't pay his taxes, and he's been claiming that we don't. They said, did you or did you not release that material? This man he's been done, but basically the White House got caught digging up. They basically got their detectives going. They're using the Justice Department. They're using the IRS. They said that there's so much criminal misconduct in the Obama administration. Obama's in big trouble. I mean, they're going. If the Republicans take the House and the Senate, he's going to spend the next 2 years in one committee after another committee with criminal investigations. The way that you can't play Chicago politics with the feds. It doesn't work. Anybody remember Elliot Ness?
South Korea warns of problems when Kim Jong Il leaves power.
Well, because they got Kim Jong Il was going to take his place. He's like 23 years old, and he made him the head of the military. And
I know, and he's going to be like trying to prove himself.
They said he was put in place because his other brothers aren't as insane as he is.
So guess what he's going to do?
He's going to show off because he's got to be tougher than his father.
NFL looking into allegations against Vikings Brett Favre.
I know. They said that all the people over at Minnesota had to say was, it is rather convenient that the allegations come out 3 days before they're going to play the New York Jets.
What?
Yeah, it is rather coincidental, isn't it? Supposedly Brett Favre sent pictures of himself naked to a female staffer, but the problem is that...
Somehow that doesn't sound right.
But some of the people said that, but Favre was playing around on it. Everybody knows Favre plays around.
Yeah.
And so... And that's all he did was send naked pictures of himself to a female staffer.
Oh,
so
really?
If that's all he did, then she didn't get very far with him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know.
California station KCET breaking away from PBS over dispute.
Oh, it's money. They can't afford to keep pumping money. They're pumping money in the left-wing programming that nobody wants. This is a good one. They don't want to see the left-wing programming in Southern California.
Really?
They said nobody watches it. They want to put on programming that they know that people in the area want to see, and the public broadcasting won't let them. So they are about to become the largest independent station west of the Mississippi in another 2 months.
Wow.
Which means we got a place to go sell material to.
That's right. And Brown campaign apologizes for offensive comment about rival and women's groups plan to attack Whitman over it.
Isn't that a good one? Brown uses the W word on Whitman, and then
what W word?
The whore.
Oh.
And then he called all Republican women that too. And then the women's group rallied to his side because he's being attacked.
Is it?
He basically we got people saying, some of the women, well, it was inappropriate, but you have to understand the Republican women act this way.
What?
That's how all Republican women candidates, that's what they call them all.
What?
So Brown didn't say anything that the other Democrats don't say about Republican women candidates.
Which they say it all the time then.
Yeah.
Obviously. The 9.6% unemployment actually is closer to 11 than 10 and underemployed and can't pay the bills at 18%.
I know, but Obama basically, because he controlled the figures, shifted it down. They now know for months, because the figures don't add up. If you keep shedding more jobs than you hire, the employment figures have to keep going up, but his actually has went down instead of going up.
Connecticut Senate ad hits WWE on lobbying.
Yeah, so what? The World Wrestling Federation had a right to lobby in behalf of getting things good for, conducive to them on broadcasting. We've seen the people over at the National Cable Show. That's what they're there for. They got television shows they sell to cable. If you kill cable, you kill their money income.
Market high of memory and investors are wary of stocks.
Because they know that, for instance, Obama is going after stopping all the welfare, stopping all of the foreclosures in the nation, basically killed the housing business. What caused the problem to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
And right before an election, Obama kills the housing industry.
Mm-hmm. And Walmart ends profit sharing with employees.
Yep, because they no longer can afford it under Obama.
Oh.
They said all the employees, the people that are against Walmart are pissed off about it all because their employees are getting a shaft, but they said blame it on this president.
Mm-hmm. And Bank of America stops U.S. foreclosures for review.
But it's going to be, they said that not only will it stop it for a year, it may stop it for 2 to 3, it may stop it clean till the 2012 elections.
Mm-hmm.
And people won't have to pay payments for 1 to 2 years under Obama.
Really?
And who owns most of the stock in the banks?
Uh-huh.
The American people, which means
Yep.
the banks are going to go under. Again.
Which means we're going to be funding them again.
That's right.
Oh, which means they need another bailout.
Yeah, they ain't going to happen because the Republicans aren't going to give it to them this time, which means they're going to let them go bankrupt, which is basically going to destroy the economy of the world. Obama will try to blame it on the Republicans, and then they'll simply say, what a-hole basically gave 14 million people their homes free of charge, and the American people own those homes.
Which is what they had talked about doing before,
Yeah,
remember?
there's no money left. There's no money to print. The country is broke.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay, this one, actually I had to make this one up because I forgot to say that if the president can't add 1 and 1 and come up with 2, you can actually understand how they keep saying that unemployment is below 10%.
Mm-hmm.